Do It Back is crazy. I saw this interview or like a clip from that already, and Do It Back is nuts. Like, yo, we're doing it back. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean do it back? Like, and that just lets me know either he's being willfully ignorant and evil in the situation, honestly, given the context, or he's really really delusional, really setting some cognitive dissonance, because what do you mean do it back? Like, and we are back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to our boy Antonio Talks. Apparently them folks are still mad about that Druski skit. I thought it was a pretty funny skit. How did you feel? I saw some anger, obviously. Saw some crazy comments, even some pretty big names talking about it, and it's just wild. It's wild. I'm sure Antonio's gonna address a lot about it, so I won't say too much about how I feel before, but let's get into it. And as usual, please let me know what you think. If you make me think, I will make your belly full. Let me know something interesting, provoke my thoughts, and I may just buy you lunch. Let's get into it.
So it has been about 2 weeks since Druski dropped his skit on conservative women that absolutely set the internet on fire. Now, if you haven't seen this skit already, he was mainly mocking Erica Kirk, bringing up how she was damn near celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, the way she always single out white men and don't hide her racism, things of that nature. But y'all know Druski, he is a very talented person, so he made this funny as hell. Now, this skit has did so viral, y'all, that the president of the United States had this to say about it, bro.
A thing called Happy Easter. Do we have that? Everyone happy? Anybody that doesn't want, hello, darling. Wow, this is a good table. I like that table. You're doing well, right? Okay. I think you should sue him, but, you know, I told her, you ought to sue somebody. They're so jealous of Erica. I said, you ought to sue their... I can say it. You're not allowed to say this. You have to be nicer. Sue their ass off.
Hey, Trump, nigga, nobody is jealous of Erica. He just mocked her stupid, goofy ass, and nobody buying the fake grieving widow shit. We know y'all smashing her. You and JD passing her around. But Donald Trump wasn't the only person to speak on this skit. We had Jake Paul and another comedian by the name of Theo Von on a podcast politicking about this situation, man. And let's see what it was talking about.
Over the last couple of days, calling makeup artists, and I was gonna do a response to this and like go and do like the full on darker. Yeah.
Already, y'all. You see what I mean? The intention behind him doing the comedy skit is rooted in revenge. Not because he's trying to be funny or he's trying to make people laugh.
That's what stood out to me too, because it's not like at any point before this, Jake Paul was like, I think a blackface skit would be really funny. I have some funny ideas. Like, no, you only wanted to do this now. Like, it's not something that's like artistically or from a comedic point that's like in his head. Like, he just, again, wants a chance to be racist and see, you did it, so I'm gonna do it back now. I think they get into that later.
Revenge. Hey, they're mad that this skit went so viral and they see how dumb and nonsensical they look. And listen, Jake, please do it. The thing about us black folks, man, if it's funny, we'll laugh. But y'all can't be funny. I can tell you right now how the skit is going to go. He's going to put on a blackface. He's going to probably be around some black dudes, talk hood, dress like a hood dude, sagging his pants, talk with slang, and just use stereotypical talking points. Maybe going to throw in some fried chicken, some watermelon jokes. He going to bring up some father jokes. It's going to be the same shit. We literally know how this skit is gonna go. Jake, you're not a likable person. You're not funny. All the biggest gonna eat it up, yeah, and we gonna make fun of you, then it's just gonna die down. It ain't gonna do the shit that the levels that it did with Druski.
And do it, and just do it back, because why not? Yeah. Like, are we on the same playing field? Like,
I'm sorry to pause. He talking about do it back. Back in
I'm gonna say sorry to double pause, you feel what I'm saying? But do it back is crazy. I saw this interview or like a clip from that already, and do it back is nuts. Like, yo, we're doing it back. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean do it back? Like, and that just lets me know either he's being willfully ignorant and evil in the situation, honestly, given the context, or he's really really delusional, really setting some cognitive dissonance, because what do you mean do it back? Like, historically, you've done it first, not you. And that's where the conversation gets muddy, because like, oh, what did I do personally? But then when it's on the other side, you can just paint these broad generalizations. But, you know, historically, white people have used these kinds of things to oppress other people, not as a joke, not just as a funny skit that has little to no other repercussions at all. So to say do it back is nuts. And of course they moved the goalpost and whatever. But that part really made me mad when I first saw it. I don't want to say made me mad, but it was just like, what the fuck.
Halloween of 2025, it was so many people on Twitter doing blackface. So many of these big right-wing conservative YouTube pages. I'm gonna show y'all because like they do this shit all the time, but nobody really cared. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think if there's a way to do it, I think they're
Iron Man, you know what I'm saying? That's not even his name, but he played Iron Man. It was a movie named Tropic Thunder, but I mean that nobody got outraged about that because it was funny and they didn't use any like stereotypical talking points, right? It wasn't, nobody cared. It's comedy. That's the thing. If you're funny, you can get away with things, but you people aren't funny. Y'all just want to use this as an excuse to be racist. And even going back to the origins of blackface was meant to mock black people and be racist. It literally has origins in that, and y'all started that shit. So they love to try to flip things, right? They love to try to say, oh, you're being racist, like trying to call black people racist. How? We can be prejudiced, I guess, but black people racist, huh? We never lynched people. We never burnt people alive. We never ate them. But wait, what are you talking about? We never wiped out and colonized entire.
And that's a crazy. I mean, I think we're past that argument, but I don't honestly, we're not. I don't know even why I just said that out of my goddamn mouth. Because like people, like there is no evidence of this. There's no evidence of black racism anywhere. There's no evidence of a black power structure that is oppressing other races of people. It just doesn't exist. Again, prejudice, like he said, yes. Everybody can be prejudiced. Everybody can make assumptions and treat people poorly because of those assumptions. But to build a power structure that is meant to oppress a certain people, that's something that is uniquely white, and as well as the ability to then try to turn around and blame it on the person that you've historically done it to. So very interesting.
Countries, we never dropped nuclear bombs onto people. Like, how can we be racist? I'm sorry. So it's like you gotta really pay attention. They always try to flip things, calling people black supremacists. What? No, bro. They just don't like to be held accountable.
Needs to be some black support. Like I'm saying, like say if Druski or
Charles Barkley.
If you got one of those guys to be like, hey,
But still that's pussy
Fuck this
now.
Charles Barkley.
Hold up, Jake, you just want to be racist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Just go ahead and blacklist yourself. Ironically, do a blackface, get blacklisted. Do it. Yes, Jake, I want you to do it. If it's funny, I'll laugh, but it ain't gonna be funny.
Druski just dropped this. And he's done it a couple of times,
Exactly.
actually. This is how humans should be. I agree. We should fucking make fun of each other. And I don't see in color, I see in truth and comedy. What are we talking about?
So you're saying
What era are we living in?
This is what I mean. I don't know if they're like willfully being ignorant, but y'all been doing this. I mean, like I said, this is what it started from. Like y'all invent all of these things, racism, blackface, and then want to cry about it. Y'all started.
And that's the funny part, because like, okay, so if that's what you're saying, then just do it. Just let it ride. Like, then it's just really confusing that, like, what world are we in? Like, what? So why are you mad right now? Like, why are you mad right now? You should just be making the skit then. If that's just the world we're in, then I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. The level of hoops they'll jump through and cognitive dissonance they'll engage in just to make whatever BS point that, like, just to support their own logic.
This shit, what are you talking about? It's the same way like we here in 2026. They be like, oh man, us humans, we just want to be free. We just want to live off the land, eat fruit, don't go to work. And I mean, who the set that shit up? Because humans was living like that. Like literally, we was living like that.
Yo, Deontay Kyle said the same thing. He said a white person will be like, oh, I just want to, humanity could be so simple. We could just be eating fruit and foraging in the forest, but forget to add that a white person set all this shit up. Like, who do you think set up credit scores and banks and all this fucked up shit that we got to deal with right now? Like, don't just, again, even the allies, and again, shout out to y'all, love y'all, but it's still sometimes you was just making a point that sometimes there's still this like gap in the responsibility. Like, it's just up in the air, like how this happened or how we got here. Like, no, like you did this. Like, I wish we hadn't done this. I wish white people hadn't done this bullshit to the world. and we could be in a forest foraging for fruit and shit. Like, don't just make it seem like it just popped out of thin air.
Who set these institutions up for it to be like this? Druski got these white people heated. We all need to start making fun of them if this is how mad it gets them 100. Someone else replied, and yes, that will be racist. The fact that people don't understand why blackface is bad and different from what Druski did is proof of our poor education system and racism. Thank you. Dude doesn't even want to do it in the name of comedy. He wants to do it for retaliation. Even the move is racist. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna show y'all a few examples of a few months ago of people doing blackface because they act like people don't do it. Y'all are the main ones that do these type of antics. Our shit just go viral because we're, you know, we got the sauce. But just look at how bad this is and how, like,
where the fuck my food stamps at? Yeah, y'all just hate black people for real. Where the fuck are they? Like, respect black women or else.
I guess we'll go, you know, per capita there, but white people are the, you know, of course, the largest recipient of food stamps. Like, that's something, some propaganda they'll have you believe is that like the majority of black people are on food stamps or something like that. But no, if you check red states, like those are the ones that are on the most types of government assistance and all that stuff. So it's just funny how every, you know, accusation is a confession.
Where the fuck are they? Like, respect black women or else.
Like, this is, we're the
how the
richest
fuck
country
a
in the
big
world.
one
It should be,
costs
so we should
more
have
but way less than my
socialist
EBT?
program.
this is what I mean. No effort, no energy, no inside jokes, just bigotry, just lame stereotypes. Here's another example. And this lady right here, she actually got demonetized for doing this. You know what I'm saying? She had a decent sized YouTube channel and she lost her bread because she want to be racist. You know what I'm saying? And once again, let's see if it's even funny.
Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time.
It's fucked up.
And yet you wear massive hoop earrings. You wear weaves in your hair. You wear fake eyelashes. You wear fake nails. All of these.
I find it funny because what you will notice is that in 2026, a lot of these white women, they're getting the BBLs to get bigger butts that black women naturally have. They're getting lip fillers to have bigger lips that we naturally have. They're getting
I don't know why getting the BBLs was funny. They're getting the BBLs. They're getting the lip.
tans to darken their skin. They're getting lashes now. They're actually doing the edges like how black women do theirs. So it's like, these people always talk shit, but whole time they're just jealous and eventually they're going to steal it.
In 1958, BBC launched the black and white minstrel show, and for the next 20 years, it broke box office records, won awards, and became a show enjoyed by millions, much to the expense of black people. And while the show ended less than 50 years ago, blackface minstrelsy does sadly have a much more extended history.
Less than 50 years ago. Less than 50 years ago, millions of people were watching a show about blackface, about the oppression of black people and making a joke of it. And that's just one of the most interesting things to me, like civil rights movements, like 1964, 67. It's one of those two. And dude, it's not long ago. It's not a long time at all. Yes, it was a while ago, but it's very recent. They really do a good job of trying to make you think that, oh, it was so long ago. And like literally the last, you know, probably not the last, but I mean, this major syndication was doing this. Less than 50 years ago. And that's just nuts.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about doing it back. Like, what are you talking about? We're doing it back just now. Like, this is just now the first time maybe white chicks, I guess. But then another thing me and my brother talked about was that it's always clearly a joke and it's never directed at the entire race, but more so a specific individual. And white chicks, that was about what was the name? What were their names? Oh my God. What the fuck were their last names in there? Again, it's something like, you know, white chicks where it revolves around these two pompous, you know, snobby white women who behave this way because of their privilege, right? And it's focused around them. They even have friends in the show who go through in the movie, who go through some great character development. And even from the beginning, they're like not as pompous as them. Like they're obviously the ringleaders of this, but as they change or, you know, the Wayans brothers change in their character, it changes them too. And they become more down to earth, more connected. And And again, it's one, all in good fun. Two, it's not directed at any group of people as a whole. It is more just a commentary about these two individuals versus on the other side, or like even mentioned in Tropic Thunder. From that aspect, it's not making light of it. Robert Downey Jr. was like dead ass serious, or the character he was playing was dead ass serious about doing this. He wasn't making fun of a black guy. He was a guy playing a guy playing a guy. Like, he was very dedicated to his craft, and it wasn't like making light or making a joke of it. And then on top of that, it was funny. So it made sense. But if you're just gonna paint your face black and say a bunch of like, and can we please like patch racism, by the way, too? Like fried chicken, like your dad, like all that stuff. Like, can we just like try something new, man? Just like, even if it's along the same tangent, like just put something new in, bro. It's so old now. Like, I've been hearing that same stuff since I was a literal kid on like Xbox and PS3 and stuff. So it's just old, but let's go.
Blackface isn't just an American phenomenon. The techniques and genre that later formed blackface minstrelsy in America actually have deep roots in European blackface performances. You see, the act of darkening one's skin or exaggerating features to mimic another race dates back to at least the medieval period, where actors painted in black symbolized the souls of the damned in religious dramas. Fast forward to the era of William Shakespeare, and we see white actors in racial makeup playing roles of Moors, Africans, and Turks, notably in productions like Othello. So, as you can see, performance of blackness in the Western world was a white endeavor from the start, and this sort of theater tradition migrated to the American colonies in the 18th century through European immigrants. Fast forward once more to the 19th century, and that's when blackface minstrelsy as a specific performance genre emerged. The first minstrel show started in 1830s New York. White performers with blackened faces mimicked enslaved Africans on southern plantations, portraying them as lazy, ignorant, and superstitious. These portrayals weren't just reflections of American racism, they fueled it, reinforcing ideas that justified slavery and later segregation. And before you start thinking, oh, but that's just what people did at the time, or writing it off as 19th century humor, abolitionist Frederick Douglass in 1848 referred to blackface performers as, quote, "the filthy scum of white society," and criticized them for making money off of the dehumanization of African Americans. It's easier to dismiss certain things as acceptable for that time period without acknowledging the voices of the oppressed that were against them, but I digress. At the time, many of the minstrel show actors were poor and
I can't believe they just like let him write and publish that. That's kind of crazy in 1848 for a black man to say that. That's what I was thinking.
working class white people. Blackface minstrelsy was a way for them to distance themselves from their own lowly status and reassert and authenticate their whiteness.
Big shout out to this creator, man. She do other amazing breakdowns, man.
Yeah, man, it's very interesting. Just to see this reaction to it, and like at this point to see the, facts over feelings, the old snowflake crowd. Like, there's that video where he's, I won't even go into it, but it's just funny, bro. It's really funny. I would love to know what you think. I mean, it's pretty clear, but I don't really understand. Of course, I don't understand, right? But yeah, man, that's a good video. Like I said, go ahead and follow Antonio. He talks about some great stuff, and please just let me know what you think, man. Provoke my thoughts. Give me some insight. Teach me something I didn't know, and maybe I'll buy you some lunch.